What is up, everyone? The big day is finally here. This is E3 week. This is my live podcast. This is my next podcast in the series, episode 2. We've only just kicked off this podcast series a month or two ago. I hope you enjoyed that. And I wanted to save myself and do a special podcast for E3. I was going to do this actually at the end of E3, but you know what? I got so many people saying, Sean, do it in the middle of E3 when, it's all hyped up and everybody's excited about games and we got some questions we want you to answer. We want to hear about your opinions. We can't wait any longer. And I said, you know what? I'll do it today. I wasn't really doing much, but watching some stage shows, doing a couple notes, covering some announcements. And I did all my press conference recaps already. So I said, you know what? I'll just do it because people are excited and it is E3. And again, I can't wait to do this for you guys. So what this is going to basically be is that it's going to be all about E3. This podcast is just E3. Your questions are just going to be about E3. I put all the other questions aside for another podcast. This is going to be E3 related. We're going to also go over all the big news, the announcements, and the big highlights. Not every single bit of information from the press conferences. If you want that, I already did that in detail. You watch my recap videos from the past few days. That's where I went into detail on every single thing announced. This is going to be what I picked out of each conference highlights. We're going to talk about them. I'm going to give you my impressions. I'm going to give you my first thoughts, my reactions, and in between the whole podcast, I'm going to be answering your awesome questions here. Okay, so we got tons of information. Don't mind me because I haven't slept in days. I'm right up there with everybody else covering this. I've been doing my research. I've been watching the conferences. I've been watching all the game demos. I've been writing down, typing notes, doing my recaps, talking to people on Twitter, answering questions. E3 is like the Super Bowl for video games. It's a lot to cover, and I have a gaming channel, so I feel it's my responsibility that I should be covering this because it is what we do on here, and it impacts us too. So, let's get right into it. I think we're going to start off with the Murray report. Okay, there has been, this is aside from the press conferences, there has been news of Doom 4. We knew it was coming. I got the beta key from when I pre-ordered Wolfenstein The New Order. They did do a teaser trailer, and it's got everybody up and about, so I did watch the teaser trailer. So there's news of that floating around. And also, Nintendo, way after their Nintendo Direct event, they did announce Mario Party 10. I'm a big fan of Mario Party, so I can't wait to check that out on the Wii U and HD. Supposedly, there's a lot you could do with the gamepad. So that is stuff aside from what I have written down here that kind of leaked out after the big conferences. E3 is a huge week for news, and every day new things get announced, and it's just so amazing of how much information that there's given at E3, and that's what's amazing about it. And a lot of it we expect, and a lot of it we don't, and there always seems to be a surprise, especially with Sony. And let's get right into some of my coverage here. So, we saw Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We've seen some trailers for it. We've seen some in-game demos of it. I've been watching some of the footage of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It looks absolutely insane, and it's definitely cool. It looks really, really good. I give them the effort that they are trying to change it a little bit. I mean, yeah, we've had Titanfall recently, and I absolutely thought that was awesome. The futuristic feel of that. This looks very similar. The graphics look absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. I've never had a problem with Call of Duty's graphics. A lot of people have, even with Ghosts. They said, oh, it looked like crap. They compare it to Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 did look sweet, but I never had a problem with Call of Duty's graphics. To me, they looked good. You can see all the coverage on my channel, too. We played a lot of the maps. So, yeah, I am excited for Advanced Warfare. It looks good. I did pick up that new track, Forza 5. There was actually a booster track for the Nürburgring track. I know it was a highly requested track, and a lot of people wanted it in the game, and it finally is. It's like a 16-mile track. I actually was playing it last night with some of the new cars. It's absolutely insane. Of course, I am very excited for Forza Horizon 2. I was so glad that got a release date. September 30th, not bad. It's coming up soon. Uh, Assassin's Creed 4 Unity. Some footage was shown at Microsoft's press conference. Looks great. I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed. I've been following it since day one, since the first game, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. There still is no talk so far of E3 of Comet. I don't know if they're waiting for the last day. I don't know if it's just not going to happen. That's going to be their version of the last generation of Assassin's Creed for PS3 and 360. I don't know, but so far all we know about is Unity, and it looks good. Let's see, Sunset Overdrive saw a new trailer from Insomniac. That looked really good. One of the things that I was most surprised about was the Dead Rising arcade for Dead Rising 3 DLC. Where did that come from? Like, who would expect that? That looks nuts. I'm actually going to be downloading it soon. That looks really, like, what a throwback to Capcom through the years. Got the Street Fighter music, got the Street Fighter costumes, got all the Capcom characters. That looks nuts. So I definitely want to check that out. What else did we hear about? We heard some more footage about Fable Legends. Yeah, I guess they're saying that the Fable Legends beta will be this fall. I will definitely be checking that out. I'm a hog for betas. I go after them as soon as I hear about them. And that's how you have to tackle them. Project Spark trailer. As you know, following me with my channel, I'm a huge Project Spark fan. I've been doing a lot of videos, tutorial videos, building levels. I absolutely love Project Spark. I love that game. What a great way to be creative. It kind of reminds me of Little Big Planet. This Ori and the Blind Forest was announced. That game looks really sick. I can't wait to check that out. Of course, the Halo music started playing. We all knew what was going to happen. My first reactions was it was going to be right about Guardians, but even though they did talk about it, it was mostly about the Master Chief Collection. And when they said the Halo 2 multiplayer was in its full form, I was like, oh my god. I mean, I was wondering if they were going to do a Master Chief Collection, was it going to have the multiplayer of Halo 2? And it did. It did. And that was an amazing announcement. I can't wait to see that in HD. You know, real HD with the new graphics. Custom playlists, so all the best music from all the Halos in one list. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. They're saying that it's over 100 multiplayer maps, and they all run on 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's mind-boggling. Man, I tell you what, if you're a Halo fan, you're in your glory this year. And the Halo 5 beta is coming out in December, so you'll get to play that too. The Limbo developer Play Dead released a new game called Inside early 2015. Of course, ID Xbox took the stage, talked about some indies coming out. And this was probably another one of the biggest surprises for me was Rise of the Tomb Raider. I didn't see that one coming. I recently just got the HD Definitive Edition on PS4. Of course, I played the PS3 version when it came out. So, yeah, definitely. That's cool. Hey, nothing wrong with it's always good to have Lara Croft back in action. She's one of my all-time favorite video game characters. And Tomb Raider is such a great series, so I'm definitely going to be checking that out. And one of my most favorite things that was talked about is Crackdown is back. I wrote in big parentheses here. Yeah. I was expecting this. I wasn't expecting it right now, like E3, but I knew we would eventually hear about a Crackdown new game. I mean, one of my favorite games. Everybody's been talking about it. It was one of those games where people were like, it was like Crackdown, The Last Guardian, and Star Fox. Between those three games are the games that people kept wanting to hear about. Oh, and Fallout 4, but no show on that yet. But who knows? We're not done yet. E3 is always known for surprises, so we'll see. And then we're going to get right into EA here, following Microsoft. And like I said, if you want to hear about all the announcements of the press conferences, I did cover it in detail, but you got to go back and watch my recap videos. These are just my highlights that I want to talk to you about during my E3 podcast. Okay, let's talk about some questions here. First impressions after watching the Microsoft press conference, Linda Kyle. Like I just said, recently, I thought they did really good. I didn't have a problem with people were saying, "Oh, it was light years away, night and day from their last press conference last year." I didn't really have a problem with their press conference last year. I thought they did pretty good. I mean, especially when they did what was that their March press conference when they first revealed the Xbox One. They talked nothing about cable and stuff. But I thought their E3 was pretty strong, But this year's better. They're listening to the fans. They're listening to the community. Like Phil Spencer said when he took the stage, it's all about the games, and I have to say it was all about the games. They did a great job. They did what they had to do, and they followed through with what they said in the beginning of the press conference, and exactly what they did. Favorite game shown at the Microsoft press conference? Well, probably Crackdown because I'm so excited for that game. But the Master Chief Collection is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm real pumped for that. I mean, if you're a Halo fan, if not, it's not going to do anything for you. But to have those all on one package, what an amazing deal. I mean, what's it going to be, $59, I'm sure? 4 games, multiplayer from every game, all those maps. Everything's remastered, great soundtrack. What more could you ask for? The multiplayer alone is worth it. It does not come with ODST though, but that's fine. Whatever. What surprised you most at the Microsoft press, Mikey? Probably that Tomb Raider announcement. Yeah, definitely the Tomb Raider announcement. I wasn't expecting that. What did you think of The Witcher 3 new gameplay, Jane? Let me tell you something. I think I tweeted about it when I watched the stage show. That game is just looking nuttier and nuttier and crazier and more intense the more and more I see it. I'm getting so pumped up just thinking about it with this question. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. It is like my new Skyrim. I mean, the open world, beautiful graphics. They show you the guy and the horse. And I understand why this game has taken so long to come out. CD Projekt Red does not do anything half-assed. They take their time, just like Nintendo. They may take a long time for their games to come out, but when they come out, they're perfected. And I love how they have this whole thing where they're against DRM and they want people to get their game, and they're not into locking stuff up for you, and they want everybody to get their hands on it and play it and get the full experience. I love that about CD Projekt Red. They're an amazing company. I can't wait to get my hands on The Witcher 3. I'm just trying to see. I want to go in order for the questions. Compared to last year's E3, better or no? Well, it's not over yet, but so far, last year was an interesting E3, and you have to understand. Here's the reason why I'm saying this. E3 last year was all about the hardware. I mean, it really, maybe not for Nintendo, but it really was. The Xbox One was coming out and the PlayStation 4. Could you imagine in the same year 2 behemoth systems coming out? I said it millions of times last year during my last E3 coverage. It was all about the hardware, and Sony versus Microsoft, battling it out on stage, back and forth. Who had the better system? Who's got the better games? Who's got the better deals? Now that those systems are out, it's all about the games, and that's why I think this E3 is even better, because it's all about the games. The hardware's out. We have the systems. We purchased them. What can these systems do? What do we play on them now? We spent all this money. That's what this E3 is about. And yeah, sure, you get a lot of, announcements about games coming out years from now, 2015, 2016, God knows when. You do get a lot of announcements about games today. And another thing that's awesome is that look at the technology and the age we live in. Here's a beta that was announced, Battlefield Hardline. The beta was announced. Within minutes later, we were getting access to the beta and playing it and downloading it. There was an indie game that was announced, Entwined, on the PlayStation 4. Within minutes, we were downloading it. I mean, that's how awesome it is now. So yeah, I'm definitely liking this year's E3 a lot better. I think it's more laid back. You don't have to really compete like hardware-wise. Microsoft did their thing, all about games. Sony did their thing, mostly all about games. They did talk about media and music and TV series and shows and whatnot, but whatever. Um, and as far as that goes, that I think that makes E3 the best because it's all about the games. Of course, you need the hardware. What better E3 to talk about new hardware? But now that that's out, yeah, all about the games, definitely. Uh, will you be playing the Fable Legends beta, Mindy? Definitely. I will definitely. I'm a big fan of Fable. Yep, and that game is looking really good. Any predictions that came true? Boxcart Too Cool 88. Um, yeah, I predicted a new Kirby game to be announced. I said Star Fox was going to be announced. Um, what was the other one that I said that did come true? There was another game. I don't think it was from Nintendo. Yeah, there was another one. I had called it a while ago. It wasn't Little Big Planet, because that actually surprised me. Maybe it was Dead Island 2. Possible. I know I was waiting for that. Maybe I just predicted that they would talk more about the Legend of Zelda Wii U, and they did. So yeah. All right, let's see here. So much stuff. Big week. I'm surprised my brain isn't exploding. Upset no mention of new Gears of War. Tim Burns. Well, we did see that logo flash real fast. This game, I think, is light years away from coming out. I think it's going to be at least 2 years or so, maybe. I don't know. I really, I'm not a professional about that. But, I mean, if they're not even talking about it or showing anything, yeah, it's in its early stages. It's in its early stages, Remember, Microsoft bought the rights to the franchise. I believe Black Tusk Studios is designing the game. I know one thing, that when this new Gears of War comes out, I'm having a feeling that it's going to be a beast. It's going to be amazing. You're probably going to hear more about it at next E3 or at another game show, maybe later on in the year. I don't know. They could just talk about it. It doesn't necessarily have to be announced at E3 to be heard about this year. There's still time for it. There's a lot of stuff that gets announced also after E3. Alright, so we're going to leave off with that and go back to maybe some highlights. I'm just going to browse through these real quick. We're at EA right now. Let's talk about this one. This was the one I predicted. Mass Effect. Mass Effect announced. I didn't say what it was going to be called. If it was just going to be called Mass Effect. If it was going to be called Mass Effect 4, but I said there's going to be a mention of a Mass Effect. Here you go. Mass Effect announcement. New places, new characters, new region of space. Also working on a new IP. Can't wait to see what that's about. There's one of my highlights of E3 so far this year. Mass Effect. Wow. Whew. Can't wait for that. Imagine on the new systems how sick that's going to be. Sims 4 was announced. Bruce Lee, playable character in UFC. They showed off NHL. Madden NFL. August release. Dawngate, a new experience they're calling MOBA. That looks pretty cool. Oh, Mirror's Edge 2. I put in parentheses, looks amazing as ever. I cannot wait to play that game. Big fan of Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge 2 is going to be awesome. Battlefield Hardline with the trailer. Expanding new worlds, new weapons, new ways to play. 32-player multiplayer cops versus criminal heist. Gameplay footage. Beta comes out today. Like I said, wow, that was one of my biggest highlights this year. I mean, of course, they're going to come out with a beta, but when they said today, I actually had to rewind the stream and go, huh? Like, wow, that's amazing. That really is amazing. That actually caught me off guard. I thought I was hearing things. And as soon as I heard it, I went and I applied for the beta. As you know, if you follow me on my channel, I am playing it. And it's amazing that, instead of sitting around waiting for more footage of Battlefield Hardline, I was like, I'm going to play it. And the beta is actually holding up really well on the PS4. I heard some wonky things about the PC version, but PS4 version's awesome. I'm actually going to play it right after this podcast. I don't have any idea how long the beta's going to be going for, but I'll be playing it until it ends, definitely. I did the same thing with Titanfall. I'm pretty good at getting betas. I'm a beta hog. I go after every beta. I will be getting the Destiny Alpha as well. And it's nice because I have really nice people on my channel that offer me codes to play it. So thank you. That's really nice. Yeah, first come, first serve. So, what a way to end the show. I think it was. I mean, sure. You know. Oh, by the way, the beta's out now. Man, I'd love to hear that more often. Ubisoft starts off the show with Far Cry 4. Gameplay footage showed the new villain. What was it, Pagan Min? Yeah, he looks badass. He's like the new Vaz. I love Far Cry 3's villains. They're amazing. I'm still upset about that whole cover art thing. I think that's stupid that they changed it. I knew it was going to happen. You know what they should do? They should make almost like Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, the art book edition. They should put the new cover and then like a slip cover, and then when you take like music CDs, when you take the slip cover off, it's got the real cover. I guess people will still be pissed though. I guess that's more of a marketing thing for the store shelves, so they didn't want it at all. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that here. This is E3. This is about having fun. Being positive. Bastards. I don't know. Just Dance. I'm not going to talk about that. That was stupid. But if you're into that thing, go right ahead. It was kind of cool with the phone app. You could dance with your phone if you're into that. The Crew game trailer was shown. Creative director took the stage, talked about the game. July 23rd will be the closed beta. November 11th, the game will come out. Assassin's Creed Unity creative director takes the stage with lots of info, a new trailer. Everybody Wants to Rule the World remix was playing in the background. It's actually kind of cool. A 4-player shared experience, huge immersive city, gameplay footage shown October 28th. Here on MurrayNJ08, you heard it first. Unity. Release date, unboxing, and gameplay. Shape Up, new fitness game, blah, blah, blah. Fun way to do fitness. Valiant Hearts was shown. Game looks cool. Ended the show with Rainbow Six. Fucking way to end a fucking show, in my opinion. Rainbow Six. Hells yeah. That game looks amazing. Let's go right into Sony here. Starts the show off with the Destiny trailer. Awesome. Andrew House takes the stage. Announces Destiny beta. July 17th. Here we go. Here's a big one. White PS4 Destiny bundle announced September 9th. First to PlayStation. And then they showed the Order 1886 footage, which I'm really excited about. I gotta tell you, the PlayStation 4 White looks sick. Well, I'm not gonna be, I got a PlayStation 4 already, but you know what? I will be getting the white controller. That'd be kind of cool, like for a contrast, like player 1, player 2. I usually do that. I usually get a different color controller for each system, so I will be picking up the white controller. That'd be kind of, it looks sweet. Let's take some more questions. Let's bounce. Where did I leave off now? It's the question. Gears of War, right? Yeah, surprised about the beta being available right after the announcement. SamRon720. Yeah, I was. Of course, the servers were crashing. I actually didn't get the beta till later on that night. Well, if I can remember, yeah. I know PSN crashed. I know the servers went down. You couldn't even play once you did get it, but it didn't take that long to come back up, and I was playing it with no problem. And I did 5 or 6 matches. I think, what was it called? The Heist, and then the other one was Blood Money. Yeah, you can see the footage on my channel. Mass Effect thoughts, hyped. SamRon720. Yeah, big time. Mass Effect is an amazing franchise. Did you care about the Sims 4 announcement? Becca. Not really. I actually played The Sims from way back in the day when it first came out, and I used to be really into it, but I really haven't been following it since. But, who knows? Thoughts on Bruce Lee being a playable character in UFC, Robert? I think that's awesome. I liked how they had the little intro of him in an interview, like black and white. That was kind of cool. The 32-player multiplayer footage of Battlefield Hardline get you more excited and interested in the game. The same question for Advanced Warfare when you've seen it. Mark Lasgini. Yes, hyped for both of them. That'd be cool if the Advanced Warfare beta comes out soon. I'd love to play that. Far Cry 4 first impressions. Mark Lasgini. Um. Oh, amazing. I don't know. Like, I was just playing Far Cry 3 the other day. I just wanted to, revisit it because of all this hype with 4, and I'm like, this game is so freaking gorgeous and massive and huge. I look at a game like on the PlayStation 3 or 360, and I say to myself, how is this going to look on next gen? How is or new systems? It is this gen. I'm not going to get into that. But Far Cry 4 on Xbox One or PS4. Oh my god, could you imagine? Yeah, the footage so far has got me super hyped. Least favorite game announced this year, Tim Burns. I guess the dance games. I mean, it's cool. If you have a party and a lot of people over, that's the kind of game you want. But I mean, it's not like on the edge of my seat, like, oh my god, Just Dance, whoa. But there may be some people that are, and that's cool. There's some people that don't give two craps about sport games. There's some people that don't give two craps about first-person shooters. It's all about the person. Each person's going to have a different experience. This E3 may be doing absolutely nothing for people. I've read it on the chats. There's going to be some people that this E3 is absolutely mind-boggling and amazing to them. Everybody has their own personal preference. Games that you had little to no interest in but now do. Sammy the Cat 1985. Really good question. Really good question. That's a really good question. So I guess I knew about the game. Well, I'll tell you what, honestly. Probably Battlefield Hardline. I'll tell you why. It's become a yearly, annual franchise, like Assassin's Creed. And it's a first-person shooter, and it is what it is, and, it's not dramatically different from year to year. Battlefield 4 had a lot of problems. It was a very good game. I had a blast with it. I just expected Battlefield 5 at the time, that I thought that's what it was going to be called, to be pretty much the same. But I have to admit, though, I mean, it's not, worlds apart, completely, innovative and different. But I mean, I like the twist of the cops and criminals with the cars, with the, the heists. I think it's kind of cool, and it did get me more interested. So yeah, by playing the beta, I am a lot more interested. Yep, and that's exactly what a beta is supposed to do. Just like a demo. How many demos did you get for games because the demos are free? You weren't really interested in the game, but you tried the demo out, but now you like the game. Or vice versa, I'm sure. Yeah, that's pretty much really the only one. A main one, anyway. Are you going to play the crew beta in July, Mindy? Oh, yes. Did Rainbow Six announcement surprise you, Kate? It did. I mean, I knew Rainbow Six was talked about for many years, and eventually I knew it was one of those things that just has to be announced, like Half-Life 3, Fallout 4. We know those things are coming. We just don't know when. So same with Rainbow Six. We knew it was around the corner. What did you think of the announcement for a white PS4 Destiny bundle? Recommend waiting to get one, Carl Becker. That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't like answering questions like that because, I know if I didn't have a PlayStation 4 right now and I knew that was coming out, I probably couldn't wait. I probably would. I guess I would already have had one, so maybe I could, but I don't know. I guess if you don't have it yet, you've had all this time already. It's been out since November. I guess you could wait to get the white PS4 bundle with Destiny. But man, after all these announcements and all these indie games and AAA's coming, man, I'd want one now. So that's up to you. But I don't think it would hurt you waiting if you don't already have one. I'm just looking at my notes here. Little Big Planet announced. Yeah, huge fan of Sackboy. I got all the collectibles. I love Little Big Planet. Can't wait to play it on PS4. It's going to probably look amazing. I'm sure that game is going to take full advantage of the touchpad on the controller. Big fan of Little Big Planet. Can't wait to dive hours into that game. Just building levels, not even playing. Like building levels and playing other players' created levels. Little Big Planet is awesome. Can't wait to see that game. The Infamous Second Son DLC, definitely pumped about that. First Light, play as Fetch. It is a prequel. It is a standalone DLC, which means, from what I understand, is that you don't need the game to play the DLC. However, if you do have Infamous Second Son, you will get bonus content. You'll get added stuff just for the owners of Second Son. So, Dead Island 2 announced. Beta only on PS4. This is kind of interesting. Check this out. The Last of Us enemies, such as clickers, will be in Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition on the PS4. Wow, really? That's awesome. I definitely will be getting Diablo 3 on PS4 because I can't wait to see how it looks and plays. I never picked up the PS3 360 version of it last year, but I did play the demo of the PS3 version. Of course, I have the full version that I've been playing for years on my Mac PC. New partnership with Disney, Disney Infinity 2, more Destiny Sony exclusive content announced, Magicka 2 trailer. Here's what I want to cover. Grim Fandango, being remastered and coming to PS4 and Vita, and I put, oh my god, wow, oh my god, wow. Tim Schafer is fucking amazing in my opinion. I grew up playing Grim Fandango. It was one of my favorite games. I remember, oh my god. I remember building a PC just so I could play that game. I'm talking way back in the heyday. Grim Fandango, what a smile that brought on my face. Awesome. Next we need a new Monkey Island. Like in the original style. Point and click adventures. Gotta love them. Alright, Suda 51, exclusive PS4 title, Let It Die, 2015. Looking forward to that. No Man's Sky was shown. Really looking forward to that. That looks really good. Andrew House took the stage again. Why PlayStation delivers the best. Talked a little bit about Project Morpheus and that they will have a booth with 2 new demos showing. The new president and CEO that took over for Jack Tretton, Sean Layden, takes the stage. Talks about PSN. He says that 95% of PS4s are connected to the PSN network. New YouTube integration is coming later this year. Upload video captures to your channel. Friends shared videos in their What's New feed. More than 25 free-to-play games are coming within the next 12 months, including Planet Side 2. Can't wait. Talks about the PlayStation Now service. The service available. I haven't beta testing it. Service available. Open beta starts July 31st. PS Now available shortly after. Also available to certain Sony TVs and Bravias with the DualShock 3. More than 100 games. Dead Space 3, God of War Ascension, Ultra Street Fighter 4. Minecraft is also coming to the Vita, with co-op included. PS Vita will be better than ever with PS Now and PS4 Remote Play. Very true. Come on, show some love for the Vita. Come on. Information on PlayStation TV. There will be a Remote Play to second television in your home. We'll play Vita titles, including PS1 classics. There will be 1,000 games at launch, retailing at $99, or you can get it for $139 with a bundle. DualShock 3 controller, HDMI, digital voucher for the Lego Movie video game. Mortal Kombat X gameplay was shown. Woohoo! New fighters announced. Hell yeah! My game of E3. My game of 2015. Don't care about nothing else. Mortal Kombat. I'll be playing the crap load out of that on my channel. Andrew House takes the stage again. Power series coming to Sony TV. PlayStation Plus members can watch the entire series for free. There is a Ratchet and Clank movie in the works. The trailer was shown. Coming out the first half of 2015. The Last of Us, July 29th on the PS4. Cover it here at day one. Can't wait. We'll also be checking out the Left Behind DLC also. Grand Theft Auto 5 coming. Well, that was kind of a prediction that I had. I wasn't really sure. Grand Theft Auto is coming to the PS4. Grand Theft Auto 5. Wow. It's going to be just like The Last of Us. I bet you it's going to be an amazing... because Tomb Raider they did a phenomenal job on. So I can't wait to see how The Last of Us looks, and I can't wait to see how Grand Theft Auto looks. Yeah, I'll be getting both. That Batman Arkham Knight footage, that game looks freaking gorgeous. I put in parentheses here. I actually thought I was watching a trailer the whole time, and it was in-game footage. That's how sick this game looks. Uncharted 4, A Thieves' End trailer shown. Good night, Sony. You won. Wow. Sick. We all knew Naughty Dog was working on it. We knew. But come on. Wow. Got a name and everything. Of course, 2015. I put here, Sony hits hard, real hard, holds no punches. Gotta love them. The freaking guys know how to put on a press conference. Not saying anything about anybody else, like I said in my recap video, but come on. They got their shit together. So hats off to them. Gotta give credit where credit's due, right? Carl Becker asked, are you picking up The Last of Us PS4 and GTA 5? Yes, definitely. Uncharted 4 thoughts, Tim Timson. Yeah, that trailer looks insane. I want it sucks because I want so much more. This is what sucks about being a gamer and watching E3. Some of these games are not going to be released for so long, and it's like Mortal Kombat X, and I'm just like, oh no, it's Watch Dogs all over again. It's BioShock Infinite all over again. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. What do you think of Sean Layden, Miss Jack Trenton, Tammy Gamer Girl? Yeah, Jack Trenton was awesome. He was unique. He was very cool to watch on stage. Kind of like, how I used to love watching Steve Jobs. But, life goes on and things happen. I think he's a cool guy. I thought he did really good at E3 this year. So, yeah. Excited for Infamous DLC. First Light, Tammy Gamer Girl. Yeah, definitely. 100%. I'll be covering that on the channel. Did you ever go to an E3? If not, would you and will you ever? Leonard. I don't know if it's Leonard or Leonard. I've never been to an E3. Would I ever go? Of course. Do I think I ever will? Who knows? I would love to. I would love to cover it on the channel. It would be a dream. What's your first reactions to the new Zelda footage, Tammy Gamer Girl? I'm thinking in my head, I can't fathom like an open world Zelda game where it's not linear. You could do what you want when you want. You could go anywhere. This is going to be a game that when it comes out, I know it's going to be jaw dropping. It's got that Nintendo stamp on it. It's going to hold no punches. It's Zelda. It's going to be open world. It's going to be on Wii U. Yeah, this is Game of the Year material. I mean, I have zero doubt that this game is going to be nothing but amazing. Nothing but amazing. And you can't deny that. Whether you like Nintendo or Zelda or not, you can't deny that fact. Will you be picking up Yoshi's Woolly World? You must be reading my tweets. Did you ever play Kirby's Epic Yarn, Kathy? I will be picking up Yoshi's Woolly World. That game looks freaking cute. I don't know how Nintendo manages to make these games that you go, oh. Especially after watching hours of like bloodshed and shooting and shit. It's like, oh, Nintendo's up. Time to be cute. Yeah, it's definitely awesome. I think that's amazing how they make that game look. I did buy Kirby's Epic Yarn the day it came out. I absolutely loved the game. Extremely easy, but that's not what the game was going for. It's a relaxing game. I see this game being in the same direction. I like the graphical style. I like the art direction. It looks really cool. They showed you how they do it with the yarn, how they actually got the real textures and everything when they were developing the game. Yoshi's awesome. He's one of my favorite Nintendo characters. I can't wait. Your predictions about Star Fox and the new Kirby game were spot on, huh? Even still, did you get excited? Crammy Conklin. I did. I got excited. How could you not? How do you see, a teaser or a glimpse of Star Fox and not be like, yes? And I'm a huge Kirby fan, so I can't wait to check that out. Was it Rainbow Curse? Yeah. Can't wait to check it out. So far, out of all the stage shows, what game looks the best? What game's most excited for? Crammy Conklin, and I think that's the last of my questions. And then we're just going to go over some highlights and wrap this podcast up so you guys can go back to E3 and check out the cool game footage. And I will be doing the same. I'll actually be going back to play Hardline. So, yeah. I have to say The Witcher 3. That game... Actually, The Witcher 3, as far as what game looks the most insane, The Witcher 3 looks mind-boggling. The new Batman game looks absolutely insane. I mean, I did not expect it to look like that, honestly. It was fucking phenomenal, in my opinion. the new Zelda, from what they showed, it looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just could only imagine. I absolutely love the Wii U. The Wii U's graphics. I think it's very colorful, vibrant. I think it looks really good. I think that game is going to look really, really well done. Look at Mario Kart, how well that looks on the Wii U. And, you know, I can't wait for Smash Brothers. That game looks like it's really coming out along great. I love the whole thing with the, we're going to get into that next. With the Miis and everything, how you could play as the Miis. But, what else looks really good? Drive Club looks actually really good. Damn. That game looks insane. What else? Destiny. Destiny looks... Oh, The Division. Visually, The Division. The Division looks untouchable. I don't know what it is about that game when they show you like Christmas Day with the snow and the lights and the cars. That game looks so... I'm like, this looks next gen. I mean, this game... Hopefully the final finished product will look like that. But, man, that game looks nuts. Let's do some Nintendo, then we're going to wrap it up. Awesome animated press conference with some funny humor. Iwata versus Reggie. I thought that was awesome. I love the Nintendo Directs. Shows off the NFC figures, which are now called Emobi. Figures with the gamepad with Smash Brothers will also shows using Miis. Mii Fighters, anyone can join the battle. Shows the 3DS version. Fighters will come in 3 variants with different skill sets. October 3rd, the 3DS version is delayed. It was supposed to come out this summer. And the Wii U version will be coming out the holiday. Again, Project NFC is now called Emobi. Toys to Life will also be coming to other various titles in the future, including Mario Kart. Yoshi's Woolly World was revealed, and I put like Kirby's Epic Yarn, 2015. Most of these new games announced were 2015. Captain Toad has his own game. Awesome. Did not expect that. That was a surprise. Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker announcement. Cool. Funny Bowser and Princess animation. And I put, oh boy, Zelda, Zelda, Zelda. That's when we saw the screen come down. The Legend of Zelda Wii U, a open world and connected world. You decide where to go. Gorgeous vast world, 2015. I expected that. New Pokemon trailers were shown. Omega Ruby Red and Alpha Sapphire. Losing my voice. I've been talking nonstop. Plus doing commentary on my games. Plus doing other podcasts. Plus doing my E3 coverage. It's crazy week. Star Fox, Little Mac, a funny animation. Bayonetta 2 trailer, October 2014. Zelda Hyrule Warriors were shown. They announced new playable characters, amazing moves, cool game footage, September 26th. The new Kirby game, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, 2015. Xenoblade Chronicles X, 2015. Mario Maker. Now this looks really cool. Make your own levels, classic and NES and Wii U styled gameplay. We don't really know too much about it. We don't approximately know when it's coming out. I'm guessing 2015. 2015 it's coming out. But we don't know too much, like what can you do. I would imagine it's all going to be done with the stylus on the gamepad. It looks really cool. It looks fun. It should be good. I would love to make my own Mario. And what's going to be cool is, just like Project Spark and Little Big Planet, you could go into the community creations and play all other people's levels and rate them. I'm sure it's going to have all that. Especially with the Miiverse, Brand new IP for Nintendo, Splatoon. Now this looks cool. Protagonist is a squid. 4-player team, Splattering Inc. I put here, listen to this. Reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies meets De Blob, 2015. Reggie says, thanks for watching. I did think it was a mix between those two. Looks fun, though. Ended the direct with Smash Brothers scene. Miyamoto shows Miyamoto at his computer working on new games, using the gamepad in different ways. Shows a fast glimpse of Star Fox. So there you go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 2 is now in the books for my podcast. My special E3 podcast. We still got about a day or two left of games to be seen. So maybe I'll be doing a follow-up video. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I had a blast doing this for you guys. I hope this was informative. I hope you're happy that I answered your questions. And I will see you next month on my next podcast. We'll go back to regular schedule. I'll answer your regular questions that I put aside. And I will see you soon, okay? Take care, everybody. It was fun.